What's up? Inflatable enthusiast here, and happy Easter. Today is my official 2022 Easter inflatable display. So if you saw my review for the 12-foot bunny, obviously you can already tell he's blowing around like crazy. So yeah, I mean, this is it, just 5 inflatables. I didn't do reviews on this Snoopy or this Easter egg because, first of all, that's not gemmy. The Easter egg is not gemmy. And the Snoopy is just very, very small. And, like, the review would have been, like, 3 minutes, and it wouldn't have been very good. And I had those 2 last year, too. So, yeah. But, I got these 3 in the middle this year. The Lux Bunny over there, the 12.5-foot one from Walmart in the middle, and the Dapper Bunny on the right. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but, like, ever since I put up this display, the wind has just been absolutely insane. I don't know why, but these guys have blown around a lot, like, the past month. I'm surprised they're still standing, honestly, because we've had really bad weather this past month. But yeah, so there hasn't been any damage to them. The only problem is that, like, some of the C7s have gone out in, like, the 12-foot bunny and stuff, and the Dapper Bunny, but that's it. The banner on the 12-foot bunny is coming a little bit unstitched, but overall they haven't been damaged, which I'm very surprised about. But yeah, so start over here. Here's the Snoopy. Very small inflatable, very simple. This is probably my favorite cheap fan Snoopy I own, mainly because he's sitting down. They didn't do that for any of the other, like, holiday Snoopies, but it makes him much more stable, and he just looks, I don't know why, it just looks a lot nicer to me. Because one of my main complaints with my other holiday Snoopies, like my St. Patrick's Day one and the Valentine's one, is that Snoopy, his character design is just so top heavy. Like, his head is way bigger than his body. So a problem I kept running into with my other Snoopies is they would fall over, like, onto their face or onto their backs, and since it's just a small cheap fan, it wouldn't be powerful enough to inflate them, so they would end up falling over, and I have to come all the way down my driveway to fix them. But this one, I never have that problem with him because he's sitting down, so yeah. And I didn't have to put, you know, the typical 4 tethers because he can't really fall forward because of his feet and the egg. So I didn't really have to put a tether supporting him from the back, so I just put one on the front so he doesn't fall backwards. Yeah, I really love this design. It's based off of a, like, really old gemmy design it's the same design, his eyes just look a little different. But yeah, I love this one. And I always have to have a Snoopy inflatable in my display. That's just how it is. I love the Peanuts, so. And then over here we have the Lux Bunny, sold at BJ's this year. This one is fantastic. I love this one a lot. The mixed media on it looks fantastic. As you can see, it has the golden bow, then it has the fuzzy material all over it, and, like, that purple material on the vest. It just looks really, really good. And it has a YEF 125, so I haven't had any problems with this thing inflating other than when we've gotten a lot of rain and it got water in its head. But other than that, the rain does not bother it that much, and the wind definitely doesn't bother it either. So yeah, I love this one a lot, though. This is probably the best Easter inflatable they released this year, in my opinion. Then over here, of course, we have the 12.5-foot bunny from Walmart. Sorry I had to pause the video real quick. My neighbors came over, and they were taking pictures with all the bunnies and stuff. So, anyways, yeah. Here's the 12.5-foot bunny. It was sold at Walmart for $69, which I said in the review is a fantastic price. This design is great. I really like it. It's a simple design, but it looks very, very good, and it's a very good centerpiece for, like, an Easter inflatable display, in my opinion. Obviously, mine has quite a few problems, but that doesn't take away from, like, the overall design of it. Like, if you get yours, if you have one of these, you're not likely to have the problems that I have with mine. So, you know, not forgetting about those minor issues, it's a good inflatable, and I really like it. But I said in the review, though, this thing has been flying around like crazy like this pretty much all season. But it's held up great. The only damage that I've noticed so far is the banners coming unstitched on this left hand over here. But that's it. That's the only damage this thing has gotten. other than the damage that it came with. So it's held up great, and I really like this one. Then over here we have the Dapper Bunny. It's really just called Easter Bunny, but people in the community have dubbed it the Dapper Bunny because, you know, his clothing is pretty fancy. He looks a lot like Peter Rabbit. And yeah, I like this design. I think it looks great. The plaid on his shirt is great. It's like a nice pastel plaid. His blue coat looks exactly like Peter Rabbit. And it looks, like I said in the review, it looks like a realistic bunny. Like, these are all like sort of cartoon bunnies. This looks like a realistic rabbit, like the facial design. So yeah, I like this one. It only has a cheat fan and LEDs, but it still lights up good at night, which you'll see in a little bit. And then I have this like 5-foot carrot. It's not a Gemmy, it's an off-brand, but I like the design. And yeah, last year, before I had these three, all I had was the Snoopy and this carrot, and they looked pretty nice together. So it just has a cheat fan as well, as you can see in the back right there. But it's held up really good. It doesn't fly around too much in the wind, and I like the design. I think it looks very nice. And it has 2 bunnies on it too. So yeah, so that's it. I'll show you the night display real quick. So yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here's the night view. If you haven't noticed already, like half of the lights in the 12-foot bunny and the Lux bunny have completely burnt out. But I haven't bothered, you know, replacing them because I'd say there's about 4 or 5 in the Lux bunny that are out. No, yeah, there's 4, because there's only 2 working right now. There's 1 in his feet and 1 in his head, and he has 6 C7s. So, yeah, there he goes again. Again, not windy at all, but like I said in the review for him the other day, he blows around like crazy with the slightest breeze. But, and yeah, it looks like the Lux bunny only has like 2 or 3 working lights in him. But everything else lights up great. None of the LEDs have really burnt out in any of the other inflatables, so that's good. So yeah, typically I have, you know, typically the night view of my displays, I don't talk, but, you know, I had to point that out that there were no lights. And I haven't bothered replacing them because, you know, like, I don't have a whole lot of spare C7s. And it's more important that I use them on, you know, Halloween or Christmas than Easter. And he still lights up good, so I just didn't bother trying to replace them. I think the main reason why they've, you know, so many have gone out is because, like I said, with the slightest breeze, he gets whipped around. And if the C7s are just banging against the inflatable all the time, they're gonna go out, because that's not good for them. But, yeah, and I'm really disappointed that the light string isn't, like, stitched anywhere else besides the head. Like, there's no other places that it's attached to inside of him. So that's probably why they're swinging around so violently. But yeah, here's Snoopy here. He lights up great, actually, compared to most of my cheap fan Snoopies. He's only got 2 LEDs, but 1 in his head and 1 in the egg. It's really all you need, since you can't see his body because the egg is in front of it. So he lights up great. Lux bunny lights up pretty good. Like I said, he only has like 2 or 3 inside of him that are working currently. Everything else down here is out. But yeah, and then here's the 12-foot bunny shaking around as usual. He still lights up pretty good. And the Lux bunny here. I mean, not the Lux bunny, the Dapper bunny, sorry. He lights up actually very well. He has 3 LEDs, 1 in the head, the body, and then the egg. Actually, I think the LED in the carrot right here is slightly dimmed. On camera, it's way brighter in person, but the 2 bunnies light up good. And you can still read Happy Easter on the carrot, and you can tell that it's a carrot. So it doesn't bother me a whole lot. But yeah, so that's it. Hope you all are having or had a wonderful Easter. And I just recently got a Halloween inflatable, so a review should come out within the next week. But after that, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't bought any more inflatables. My next display is not going to be until 4th of July, so yeah. So in the meantime, stick around for miscellaneous reviews of random Christmas or Halloween inflatables. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. Currently, right now, I just used all my money, so I got to start making more before I can actually buy stuff. So, yeah, there'll be that one review of that Halloween inflatable, and then I don't know what else I'm going to do until 4th of July. So, yeah, for now, that's it. I'm the Inflatable Enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time.